It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Hello to all. Welcome to Divas That Care Network. I am Joyce Benning, and I will be your host for this totally invigorating, robust lifestyle show. I want to thank each one of our listeners that have tuned in live today and the ones that will be listening to the recording on the podcast. I am just very grateful and thankful for each and every one of you. And you are all in for a very special, exciting show today, as I have with me my returning diva, Lidia, Lady Apona. And her and I are going to continue our chat about the divinity of horses, and this is part 5. So this is going to be a really exciting one because there's lots of things happening. So, Lidia, could you please introduce yourself to our listeners today?
Well, hello, Joyce and everyone. I continue to love being on your show. It's such an honor and pleasure, and to be able to share our awareness of the divinity of horses. So thank you for this great opportunity, and it's always a wonderful experience. And so I call myself a Renaissance woman because I don't like to choose. I like to follow all my passions. And I'm a high-performance wellness coach and founder of AponaHealing.com, and that's my umbrella website where I bring together my 30 years of expertise and passion and wisdom in the areas that I have been sharing holistic healing services for those 30 years into 4 pathways for every stage of personal development to help you live a centered, connected, and conscious life. And I became involved in holistic health and healing as a result of my own journey, healing my chronic illnesses that I had from birth. And it was through my connection with spirit guides and nature and animals and horses that I was able to heal on a very deep level. And they guided me to my path of the last 30 years of helping humans and horses heal. And they've also guided me to write a chapter called The Divinity of Horses in Katie Carey's Soulful Valley Publishing book, a multi-author book called Evolving on Purpose, Co-Creating with the Divine. And we're excited that it's launching on Amazon on August 30th. So we invite everyone listening to join our launch event. The link is in my social media posts on Facebook and Instagram. And we also have free prizes for people who join us and purchase the book at 9 a.m. your time zone on August 30th.
Oh, wow. Oh, how exciting. And if you could please give detail on how they can join and where they go so they can join. I know you said on your website and everything, but maybe just go into detail on where they can go and join to join this launch. Oh, that's so exciting, Lidia.
Well, yes, we are excited. And for me personally, it's exciting because we're here to help humanity remember that horses are high spiritual beings. And by writing the chapter, The Divinity of Horses, I'm helping to spread that message for all of us and for all of us to cultivate that beautiful heart and soul connection with our horses for people who already have experience with horses and for people who are new to that awareness of horses, because there's no insignificant action, as I always say. So that was part of my guidance in writing that chapter. But in terms of the link, I don't have it posted on my website, but the link to join the book launch event on August 30th is in the social media posts on Facebook. So if you go to my Facebook page, Apona Healing or Apona Healing Ranch or my personal Facebook page, Lidia Kuleshnyk, which is maybe a bit hard to remember, or Lady Apona. It's Kuleshnyk. And also we post on Instagram and LinkedIn as well. So that's where we've been sharing the link and any post that's related to the Divinity of horses. And as I mentioned, there are free prizes. And in the book, I share how my entire life changed, how I had dreams telling me I was a sister of horses when I was in a deep cocoon of healing my chronic illnesses. And the book is really a call to action as well, as I mentioned, to help raise the awareness that we've been living and guided by and supported by these divine beings, horses. And it's time that we, as a collective humanity, have reverence for them in the most fundamental way. And it's a call to action to also make people aware of the hardship and the really sometimes severe sacrifices that horses make when they're on the planet to help humans, to help raise the vibration of the planet, and that we really want to end horse slaughter. It's what I call medieval mindset. We're not living in 1250 anymore. And in my opinion, in this day and age, nobody anywhere in the world needs to eat horse meat. And the extreme suffering that horses go through and the betrayal when they enter the slaughter pipeline. So it's a beautiful chapter. It's very inspiring, and it will help you remember your heart and soul connection with horses, and it will help those who are new to that become awakened to that. And the chapter also discusses very briefly how we can tune into the SOS messages of help that horses are sending to us at this time.
Oh wow, what an incredible chapter in the book. I love how horses are high spiritual beings, which they truly are, and to have a heart and soul connection with them, because it is the most magical, beautiful connection you can have, is when you have that kind of connection with them. That is just beautiful. Well, as we are talking about the divinity of horses and the chapter in the book, is there an opening quote you might like to share with our listeners today to just kind of entice them to what is in the chapter in the book?
Oh, yes. Thank you for offering that. So I start the chapter in the book with my quote that I wrote many, many years ago that was guided by my own horse spirit guides. When two great beings, humans and horses, unite in love, the soul of the universe is healed. And so when I wrote that, it was an illustration of the deep power of healing that comes together when humans and horses unite in love in every way. And love, as we know, is the highest vibration frequency. It's what I call the essence of the fabric of the universe. Because from love, all is created. It's the unification of all forces in the universe. And so when humans and horses are given the opportunity to unite in love, the deepest healing can take place, the deepest transformation back into our birthright of every sovereign being on the planet to live their true natural existence of health, happiness, and peace. And so the soul of the universe is the essence of the unification of our one energy frequency, our oneness, our one soul. And so we're at a time of this paradigm shift on the planet where we are returning back to remembering our individual wholeness healing is all a return to our wholeness. I always say we're already whole, and our journey is just to remember that and to unite with that. But then also the oneness, the beautiful oneness of all of life, of nature, of horses, of humans, of animals, and to celebrate that now. And in that celebration, there is phenomenal abundance and joy for all.
Oh, how beautiful. Oh, how true that is. And I love it. All revolves around love. And to me, when you feel that, it's living from the heart. And it's just beautiful. And to live that health, happiness, and love, and remember the oneness that we have and return back to that. Oh, that was incredible. I love that. And I absolutely love that quote. That is a beautiful way to open the chapter in your book. It is it's very touching, and it's so very true on how two great beings, horse and humans, unite in love. The soul of the universe is healed. And if we could just live by that quote and to heal the universe, there's so much power in that quote, Lydia. That is just beautiful.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to find the deep meaning in it that I have been able to find in that. And would you like me to read a paragraph from the chapter that helps us with our connection of empowerment with horses?
Oh, that would be absolutely amazing. I would love to hear a paragraph, and I know our listeners would too. Please share a paragraph from the chapter.
Sure. So this is early on in the chapter when I'm talking about my first spiritual connection with the horses. The horses recognized me before I recognized myself. This is the power of co-creating with the divine. You access the certainty of who you are and why you must do what you were guided to do. In this certainty is a feeling of connection, a security deep within. This connection grounds you in your knowing that no matter what happens, you are strong in your power. You begin to feel relief from the stressors of the world. You feel the flow, freedom, and security of your essence, of being centered, connected, and conscious.
Oh, Lydia, that was absolutely amazing. I just love that, how it creating with the divine. And I love how you started it with the horses recognized you before anything. And they do. They recognize the person so much. It is just absolutely gorgeous, and how you were guided to do this and how it grounds you, and you're strong in your power when you feel all this. Oh, that was an incredibly powerful, magical paragraph. I was just feeling the chills as you were reading it, because there was so much meaning in just that one paragraph alone, let alone what's to come in the whole chapter of your book. Oh, thank you so much for sharing that, because that was incredible.
Well, it's my pleasure, and it is the time on the planet, as I've been saying, for us to step into our power more, for us to feel comfortable in living an empowered life. And fundamental to that is remembering who you are, that you already have everything within you. You're already powerful within yourself. And our journey to rediscover that is supported by these beautiful icons of love and peace, horses, who have made themselves available to us in every way throughout history, as we're aware, and now to be co-creators of divine love and light, to raise the frequency of the planet together. And this helps everyone. Nobody is left out of this beautiful synergy of wholeness, of universal energy and love. And this is the future. This is the absolute future that we're all creating together. And so we want to honor our horses. I had always been sent senior special needs horses when I first started my journey, my spiritual journey with horses. And I love all horses, but especially the senior ones, or the horses that people think are useless, right? Or that they no longer find have a purpose. And, you know, horses feel all of that. When horses are told they're worthless or meaningless or have no value or good for nothing, they hear that. And it's hurtful. It's hurtful to them. And we want to no longer do that. We want to speak to them verbally and telepathically and through our actions, let them know how much reverence we have for them.
Oh, yes, definitely. Well, I love that, to honor our horses. And the horses feel those words just like the humans do. I mean, I always feel when you say something negative like that, take it back to yourself. How do you feel if you hear those negative words coming? And no, that's not the way to treat the horses, any of the animals, or the humans, because it just creates a negative situation, and that's not what we need in this world. We need to live from our hearts and share the positivity of it all, and to honor it, and realize that the power is within us to control that too. So, that is beautiful. I love all of this on how to live an empowered life and to stay centered, connected, and conscious. It's incredible.
Well, I really love what you're sharing too about, you know, as humanity is shifting and evolving, we're more aware of our language and more aware of expressions, even how we talk about ourselves, like you were saying. And then to pause before we say something to somebody or to a horse. Now, we can't control everybody's response. You know, sometimes we say things with good intention, and we can't control everything that somebody may interpret. But in terms of horses, we are shifting in how we present ourselves to our horses, and in how we support our horses. And when I go to my horses, I receive so much benefit when I share with them positive words and expressions. I have all these little songs that I sing to them, and hopefully they don't mind my singing voice, but I know that they enjoy the songs. I'm not a singer, but and you know, it's uplifting for me as it is for them, because there's only I would say energy never lies, right? There's everything is energy. You can't fool, you know, Mother Nature. You can't fool the essence or the truth of the energy of what you're saying. So we can really create beautiful frequency expressions for our horses, with our horses, that extends into the oneness of the energy field by being really conscious of being happy and supportive and saying positive things to our horses. And this helps create that bond of unconditional love, because when your horse sees you, they know that it'll always be a positive experience. It doesn't mean you're not learning things together and have to be patient with each other and are teaching things to each other, but it always comes from a place, as you say, of love and understanding and learning. And how one horse learns may be a bit different than how another horse learns, just like humans. And that it's my opportunity, you know, as their steward, to learn how a new horse may want to communicate. But it's all part of what we're saying about creating that beautiful bond with your horse, and to support your horse through their lifetime. You know, as I was saying, the senior special needs horses that have joined my equine family of light are just magnificent healers. Their wisdom, they know themselves so well, and they know you, as I was saying from the quote, they know you better than you know yourself. So their value is far beyond what we can do with them. Their value is how we can be with them.
Yes. Oh, so true. Oh, that just warms my heart, because it reminds me so much of my older horse, and he is such a wise old soul, and he's so appreciative of everything. And he has even said he knows that he doesn't have to worry about anything, because he knows it doesn't matter if he can give people rides or what he can do. He always has a home. He has his forever home, and he's loved unconditionally, no matter what he goes through or what needs he has. He has to have special feed, and that's fine. He has given so much in his life that he deserves everything that he gets, and they all do. I mean, he is just one example that comes to my mind, because as we talk about the older horses, but their wiseness is just, and their kindness, and he loves kids. He's told me that many times, and you can see it when my little granddaughter was just out last week, and he gives little kids rides yet, and he just loves it. He's just as calm, and he just takes care of them. And he's told me many times, it's kids that I love to be with like that. So their kindness and their love that they give, it's incredible from all the horses. And when you have an older one that has some special needs, and the appreciation that they show when you give it to them, it's amazing. It is a magical experience, is how I will put it.
Well, I love how you create magic and magical worlds and experiences, Joyce. And what you just described is so beautiful. And in the big picture, you really don't need a lot to create a forever home for a senior special needs horse. And, you know, we don't have to do fancy riding lessons, especially if they're not able. And they want love, and, of course, they want the basic necessities of life, and if they need MASH or something like that. But sometimes people think that they're not good enough, you know, for their horse anymore, because they can't provide fancy things for them. But, you know, that's not what the horse is looking for. I remember years and years ago, a senior horseman said to me, your horses don't care if you have beautiful fences or fancy barns. You know, they want to be with you. And so horses have said that to me many times telepathically, that I don't mind having, you know, a smaller area if I know, like you said, that I'm loved and safe, and have that forever home. You know, horses, the average domestic horse goes through 7 homes in a lifetime. And then the worst case scenario is they end up in the slaughter pipeline. And the betrayal, I mean, if you put yourself into their position, they're devastated. It's devastating for them. I mean, not just a fate worse than death, you know, to be sent to a slaughterhouse, which a lot of people are not aware of that. But the journey of betrayal, of just being in shock that humans would allow this to happen to them. So for a horse to feel secure, like you were saying, and free in the knowing that they have a forever home is just not only the greatest gift we can give them, but also their right. It's their birthright to be loved and safe and free in their energy, like free in the place that they're at, right, in the home that they're at, without that constant uncertainty and worry of what's going to happen to me.
Right. If I can't perform like I have in the past, what's going to happen to me? And I'm like, they've given so much. Why? That doesn't even enter my mind. I told my mare that when she got hurt 2 years ago. It doesn't matter to me if we never ride again. It doesn't matter. You're with me, and that's all that counts in this world, is that we can be together. So, and my horses know that. And I had a kinesiologist that worked on him, and he's a chiropractor too, and he said, your horses aren't stressed. And I'm like, that's good. It's good to hear other people say it, because I don't want them to feel stressed. I don't want them to worry about anything. They know they're in their forever home, and I'm here to take care of them, because they have taken care of me. And my one older horse has even said in a reading that he has me in his care. That is one of his purposes in his life. And I'm like, oh, my goodness. So
I love that. And that's for us to remember that they're caring for us and helping us through their love, through their energy, through holding space for us, as much as we're helping them. And it's in a bit of a different way. But they are grounding the light on our properties, or if you're boarding your horse somewhere, they're a pillar of light anywhere that they are. And we don't know what we don't know in life. Like if you turn left at the traffic light, and there's the roadblock from an accident, if you had turned right, you wouldn't have known you missed that, right? So that was there. So you would have missed that, but you don't know what you avoided, right? If you make certain choices. And by horses being with us, we don't know how they're helping us manifest and how they're helping guide us all the time, because they're constantly sending us positive energy and creating that sacred space for us. So again, their value is in their love and in their caring and in their support. And it's okay to enjoy horse recreation and activities that the two of you both, like to do. But when they're not able, or if there's circumstances in life, like maybe financial circumstances where you can't do as much, then there's a beautiful opportunity to be in that stillness and then bond with your horse through real connection with that love in that stillness.
Yes. Oh, I love that. I love that, because it reminds me so much of what my mare said, listen in the silence and just be there in that stillness. And oh, how beautiful, Lidia. Lidia, this show has gone so quickly, which I knew it would. It has just flown by. And there is so much more for us to chat about in so many different ways. I would love to ask you if you will be my guest again in September as we continue on with different conversations on how the divinity of horses, how the healing, just there's so many things to touch on. I would just love to have you back where we can chat some more and share with our listeners.
Oh, well, that is so beautiful, Joyce. Thank you. I would absolutely love to do that. And, yes, to continue a conversation, about how we're evolving and growing, and how horses have always been part of humanity's growth and evolution, and how we're embracing them in new ways now to support them and to support us.
Oh, yes. Oh, how beautiful, Lidia. Well, we shared at the beginning the ways to connect, and we'll have your links on the show also for our listeners so they can connect with the book launch and also with connecting with you and getting in contact with you, Lidia. And I want to wish you and all of your horse families a very, very magical day and a magical month ahead until we chat again in September.
Well, thank you, Joyce, and the same to you and your family of light. And I can feel the touch of your magic and your magical world. So thank you for sharing that.
Oh, you are so welcome, and thank you so for the kind words, Lydia. And I want to thank all of our listeners for listening to this amazing show with our incredible diva, Lydia, Lady Apona. Please share this show with your family and friends. Check out all the other hosts and their shows on divasthatcare.com. And remember, go to her social media sites, Apona Healing and Apona Healing Ranch, and also under her name. And you will find the link to join the book launch on August 30th. So how exciting this is. And remember the quote that she read, "Two great beings, horses and humans, united in love, the soul of the universe is healed." What power that has. And I want to wish each and every one of you a very, very magical day. Be kind to all and give your animals that great big extra hug that they so deserve, and share your love with them until we connect again on Robust Lifestyles. Stay strong and healthy.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.